I have to protect my image.
What image? Also, hi stream. Welcome to tonight's podcast.
Bruno, you're currently sitting right in front of me.
Yep.
Don't tell me like that, man, because this apparently this sativa shit can make you hallucinate.
No,
don't make me
he's talking
hallucinate.
about on stream. Your icon's in
Shit, we're-
front of him.
Shit, we're streaming.
Yeah.
Yes, we're live.
I'm sorry, I don't really open up a freaking tab the one on Twitch.
That's
I
fair.
appreciate that. Also, hi Minecraft. I see you in chat. How's your night
I'm
going?
gonna have to watch.
He works here. Yeah.
How else will I get paid?
Exactly. But yeah, welcome to tonight's Tavern Talk. It's kind of just an open floor, open mic kind of night, because yeah, everyone was kind of late to stuff. I was late posting out for the post today, so here's what it is. Power went out yesterday for 6 hours. That's crazy.
Pain. They really should construct additional pylons.
You need additional pylons. Well, let me know, Minecraft, if the music is too loud over everyone else, or if I need to like turn people up or something.
See, I can't play StarCraft because I'm a Zerg main.
I can't play StarCraft because I just basically make giant walls of defensive structures as Terran.
Yikes.
And if we work together,
That's just Wings of Liberty.
yes.
Oh,
Did we ever get Heart of the Swarm? Oh no, not Heart of the Swarm. What was the Protoss one?
Gonna be
Legacy of the
honest?
Void. Yes, we got it.
Was that any good? I know Heart of the Swarm like
It
everyone.
was kind of
loved.
mid, honestly. Some people say they liked it. I didn't like the fact they just killed Zeratul in like the first couple missions.
have volume. You didn't know I even had it. Here, I'll turn it up a little.
Apologies if I spoiled it for anyone, but realistically, it's been years now.
Spoilers for. What was it? Spoilers for Gears of War 3, a game that came out back in 2014, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
2011.
Dear God.
Before I graduated.
Before any of us graduated.
Yeah,
Yes.
I graduated in 14.
16. Anyways, spoilers for Gears of War 3, a game that came out 14 years ago. Dom fucking dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never
So,
even played
That
3.
knowing there's going to be at least one person who gets pissy about that.
Follow. Spoilers for the Nokia, a phone that stopped being used before I was born. It is immortal.
You're thinking of the Nokia brick. Nokia actually made smartphones. They still do to this day.
Oh yes, and they're still bricks. They're immortal.
Not nearly as immortal as the brick,
Yeah.
but you know what is a tungsten cube compared to a
Explain to me why they don't make clothes. Look. I have no idea. You know that stuff would be stronger than Kevlar at this point.
Because you can be able to move in them.
You know that's
well,
fucking
they
fair.
can't make clothes because they specialize in plastic and circuitry. Armor plating, on the other hand,
Armor lock, armor lock, armor lock, armor lock.
armor lock, armor lock, armor lock, armor lock, armor lock.
So
Hicka made the biggest mistake by saying he was planning on playing Halo again to me.
oh, the poor bastard.
It's like you have no idea who you. Do you have any idea who you are inviting into this?
You wouldn't need armor. You just need a long sleeve shirt. Fair. But
I heard the most recent generation of Nokia phones aren't really that good. Anyway, sorry.
oh no, you're fine. I actually haven't heard anything about Nokia's phones recently. Just that they aren't like smart. They're not high in the smartphone era. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about durability.
Oh, not really. I mean, in general, phones are way too fucking expensive. Look, I don't know what phones you're getting, but like, I maybe on average pay like $200 for my phone every few years.
Not me sitting here who casually spends $1,500.
That's fucking gross. What kind of phone are you spending that much?
It was a Batman Special Edition.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you that.
I still have that phone. I need to send it in to get it repaired. That is the phone that I had when I flew down and met you guys the first time.
See, a special edition like that, I ain't even mad at. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it was I actually got it for a steal if you want to be technical about it, because it was the same price as the regular version, which, you know, was $1,500. The reason why it's $1,500 was because it was made by Asus, and it was their Republic of Gaming smartphone.
Got it. Also, Minecraft, I can only say at this point, if you didn't learn the first time it happened, we can't save you. Apparently, his phones last until summer because that's when he wears swim trunks with pockets.
Why?
I didn't learn the 5th time, sir. Sir.
He's a lost cause. There's nothing we can do.
You dead, Jim? I do have like a small side little tangent. We state rip. A small little tangent here. But like, can we talk about how like indie games are becoming like AAA recently? Like in the past like 2-3 years.
Yep.
Like, for example, like right now, one of the biggest games that came out in recent years that is an indie game that a lot of people apparently didn't realize was an indie game, Baldur's Gate. That is an indie game because that is not from a AAA company. But that game did fucking waves. There's a lot of like really good like indie games like that that are way outperforming AAA right now. I bet they're all just shaking in their boots.
I'm actually really pissed off that indie title is non-AAA, which that is not what indie is.
Yeah.
Indie is, you know, self-published and stuff like that.
No. So I'm like, it's weird.
Non-brand.
There's no brand behind them, nothing. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna put this out ourselves.
That being said, Baldur's Gate still fits under indie and, you know, really good. Really, really good. Very.
Like,
I 100% agree with that.
what is your favorite?
I feel like we need more terms for indies.
Yeah, like subdivisions for it.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm just saying, the definition being anything that isn't AAA classifying as indie. Are we common as the days where we used to basically call things, oh yeah, no, this is a AA game.
Oh. Minecraft said his favorite franchise is Utterly Cooked. Said it's Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Puts hand on shoulder.
Oh, but the
Mine
new
was
game's out. Surely
Mine was
that's,
Dragon Age.
Oh.
Look at how they slaughtered my boy.
I still got Veilguard for free on PlayStation.
You downloaded it?
No,
Good.
I didn't download it, but I still, have it in my library.
Oh god, you want to purge that shit off.
No. I'm gonna...
Unless you want to play it.
There's a part of me that wants to since I got it for free, and there's, like, no reason for me not to, because I didn't spend any.
Alright, bet if you do that, I want to basically see the garbage fire. But honestly, I already know it's bad.
I mean,
part of me wants
my
to
favorite
lie to myself and say it'll be okay.
my favorite game franchise is Darksiders, and
7 days? Yes, I think it is.
Good how they slaughtered my boy.
Those Balatro, yep. Yeah, a lot of especially the games that like a lot of us have gotten into recently, outside of like Monster Hunter, all that.
Which honestly, good on Capcom for basically staying true to it.
Yeah.
Hey, every Monster Hunter game is pretty good for the console they're on.
every single fucking not publisher, what's what I'm looking for? Journalist. Every single journalist is trying to tell people you need to download the health bar mod.
For what?
No.
For Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
That's fucking gross.
If I see a person try to say, "Oh, but a health bar mod's necessary,"
No, it's fucking not.
the game literally tells you when it's about to die.
I sit there and like someone tried to tell me, oh, but like it's I think it's necessary, and I'm just like, yeah, Minecraft's right. Quadruple A games are a thing now.
Yep.
But
Oh, you mean like the ones that are like $1 bajillion?
But like these people are sitting there going like, oh, but it's needed. It's like, cool, you can use it if you need it. Same as how like does the series co-op mod kind of ruin the vibe of Elden Ring?
Personally, I'm against it because it goes against the spirit of the game.
Yeah, same here.
See, my reason, and this may be the point of the game part of the thing, but my internal reason of why I'd never put like health mod or show health is just like, I'm here to throw hands. I don't care about when they die. I'm here for the combat.
Now,
yeah, because realistically, that's the thing that's great about Monster Hunter. The fact is, hey, you can heal a bajillion times, you don't get to know what the monster's health bar is. Fair is fair. Equivalent exchange.
Look, the monster doesn't get to know your health bar. Why should you?
Damn right.
Oh, no.
Hey, hear me out.
I also love
if people go like, man, I wonder what the most health bar is because that's not fair. Trust me, every person who is like that, they will not survive when you get master rank.
They will not survive the winter. No.
My God, that was
because I want you to realize that people are like, oh, the enemies have this much HP. In master rank, they add more zeros.
That is going to be one of my favorite moments.
Just to hear everyone like, bitching.
Trust me, the less you know about the monster's stats, the more fun the game is. The millisecond you see, it has that much health? Oh, I'm cooked.
So many people are sitting here already going like, man, this game is way too easy. Like,
they don't know. This is easy mode.
They don't know. They will never know. How will they know?
Just wait, Arc-Tempered...
When the DLC comes out. Because that's the thing about Monster Hunter. It's low rank and high rank.
I'm waiting. Arc-Tempered Fatalis, please. Oh, Arc-Tempered Pickle, please.
Honestly, you say that, I'm here for a completely different type of enemy.
Oh no.
I'm not just like...
Oh.
Nope.
On it.
I'll be...
Austin.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Well,
good man.
Welcome to Tavern, love.
Hello.
Now I have to get a Scarlet on the screen.
No, not needed.
Yep, needed.
Do it.
You don't get to hide.
Damn it.
You can't escape from crossing fates. Unfortunate. Yeah, but in all due things, no, literally, Monster Hunter gets. If people think like, man, you'd want a health bar, but honestly, this game has all these things. Wilds is not hard because this is low and high rank.
Yeah.
It's around the same difficulty World had, if not a tiny bit easier, because now a lot of weapons have a lot more defensive options.
Mm-hmm. They were
I'm not gonna
overlapped for a
sugarcoat
moment.
it. I don't want to sugarcoat it. Everybody's Gangster to Arkvale has another freaking element.
Want to know what I would pay for? A game journalist to say what is on their mind about a game.
They are
Minecraft?
that-
You'd be hearing a blank whistle.
Yeah.
That's also just read their thing.
I will say some of them are blatantly like they are not gamers. They do not care, but they are there for the money.
Yeah. They are not built different, they are built stupid.
Now, and mind you, that's not all of them. Like there are a
There's
few
some
I'd
good
say
ones.
have like credibility, but a lot, at least of the lot that I've seen of like the really piss poor takes on some games, that literally no one agreed with for the most part. They end up like hating on a game unnecessarily.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, yeah, no,
And
I
also
do.
the fact is, you can tell when it's basically going to be a hit piece because they're gonna have to nitpick to find anything remotely damning.
Too much water.
Oh,
Not enough water.
and Minecraft in chat, a game journalist literally said Assassin's Creed Shadows had bugs, but had given them 100. Yeah, that shit's kind of annoying.
Hate
Like,
Todd Howard.
fuck V-Shred. If you know, you know. But yeah, no, I kind of stopped listening to like game journalists when I want opinions on the game. I'm just gonna go look for the memes. If there are good memes about a game, that game's gonna be amazing.
Honestly, the whole thing I will always recall is if it shows up in a meme template video, you can easily get a tell of is it gonna is the person doing a meme template video because it's that bad or is it because it's really damn funny? There is no in between. Unless someone wants to pull a Dragon Age Vilgar and say it's okay.
Yeah.
Unbearably mid.
Well, words cannot define the amount of midness in this game.
Now that makes me think, what is the most mid game I've ever played?
I don't want to be mean when I say the game I have.
Midna? Where? There's short Empress Lady.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp SE is the most mid game I've played in my life. So,
What game?
Tokyo Mirage Sessions. It was supposed to be a
Oh. Yeah. I need to turn you up because you would know. Here we go. Yeah, dude, I played like part of that game and never came back. I don't know. I just wasn't kept.
I dare say Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is a better RPG than that game.
I wouldn't doubt it. No, I think for me, the most mid game I've ever played, and I say this because it had potential. It had the chances. If the devs if the devs acted anything like Helldivers 2 devs, man, the game would have been amazing. But does anyone remember Anthem?
The balancing manager.
Yeah, does anyone remember Anthem?
Oh god.
Ah,
Oh look,
dude.
another Destiny killer.
Does anybody remember Concord?
Concord isn't real.
What's
Conquer's a
Concord?
myth.
Remember Anthem?
That was a
Concord
Ponzi
was a
scheme
myth.
for Sony to basically lose $4 million.
I enjoyed the hell out of Anthem, but it was just so mid because it
nothing
wasn't
there.
getting. Yeah, like the first part where you start, it's like, okay, this kind of cool,
Yeah.
and then there
Real
was
talk,
nothing.
Anthem was actually kind of fun until you get late game.
Yeah, honestly, the problem with Anthem's late game is,
There isn't one.
also, by the way, unpopular opinion about Anthem that I'm gonna basically bring up because it just creeped its way back to my mind like a sleep paralysis demon from the void.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The differences between the suits in Anthem, that was not even remotely fair.
Yeah.
What? Where the Storm one was by far the single.
Don't worry,
best
you
one in
don't
the
worry. You
entire
have
game.
two. Yeah, you have two choices: Storm and not Storm.
Yep. Minecraft. I'm sorry. It was just such a good game, but it just because nothing came from you getting past the first half of the game, it just became so mid to me. So I dropped it after a solid 2 months of giving it a try, but there was just nothing coming out.
Wow, this is okay.
Ubisoft, where games go
okay.
to die. Damn.
Just like my hopes. and
Hey,
dreams.
don't be
Well,
mean.
damn.
So
I've seen Graveyards more lively.
I brought up Darkseid. This is not going to be a mid thing. This is
Yeah.
going to be just a slight depressing thing.
Yeah.
Darksiders is my favorite franchise. I've talked about it a lot of times to the point where some people are actually kind of annoyed about it.
I'm not.
We all know who I'm talking about.
A certain person who will not be named here for
Employer reasons. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
so what ends up happening is Darksiders 1, Legend of Zelda combined with Dante's Inferno / God of War.
Good times.
Really fun. Honestly, I think you would love it, Darius, because it's
I
Legend
have.
of Zelda. Oh, yeah, so you know about Darksiders.
Oh yeah, I have Darksiders 2 on PC right now. I have played a bit of it. I just
all
haven't
of
finished it. I want the other one so bad.
Darksiders 2, Darius here would be able to help me out with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Darksiders 1, but this time with the RPG elements in it.
Yes. What were you saying, Gamer?
I'm not dropping the fact that first game was just Evil Legend of Zelda.
I've also played.
Much like
Dark-
how Overlord was just evil Pikmin.
Another person who's played Darksiders 2. Yes. Posture check.
Oh, right.
God, that
one
cracked
sec.
my back.
Darksiders 3.
I
Alright.
haven't touched.
It's okay. I didn't like it,
Darksiders
but it's
with
okay.
Dark Souls.
Really?
Yes, it has Dark Souls mechanics.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. It sounds interesting, but I'd have to.
Oh, it's not.
See
It
it.
is not that bad.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
The
it
problem
wasn't like
here
it
is
wasn't
that
like it.
The
That's good.
problem that a lot of people had with Darksiders as a franchise is that each game fundamentally changed its playstyle and just went along with it was trend chasing.
Yeah.
Darksiders 1 had its own thing about it. Darksiders 2 was like, okay, cool. MMOs are a huge thing right now. So let's actually, add some RPG elements. And the difference being is that it was good. Darksiders 3 having Dark Souls mechanics, a Souls-like mechanic, was such an obvious thing of like, well, Souls-like are a massive thing right now, and we need Darksiders to be like, big again.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Part of me feels like that seems it like at the same time I do understand that sentiment. It also just feels like a natural progression, if that makes sense, because once it opens world, like, yeah, it seems like the next thing would be similar to a Souls-like. But
but not exactly a Souls-like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Souls adjacent.
Yeah.
Because like the whole thing about it is that unlike actual Souls-like, to where you get weapons, you use weapons and armor and stuff like that. Like, if they kept the fucking Dark Souls 2 changing sights and then the cursed weapon stuff, I could totally see Dark Souls 3 being like, a fan favorite.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's like, it's like Dark Souls 1, so you have a fixed weapon wheel.
Yep.
Of things you unlock. You swap between forms, and I'm not like complaining. I'm not saying like, oh, this is bad. This is horrible.
No.
It's just that you sit there. You sit there. You pay attention. You watch everything. You watch the whole thing go down. And it's like, well, that was a thing. Because ultimately, the story doesn't really do anything.
There's no like actual story. It's just you going around.
So the story is that Fury is, you're playing as Fury, the third of the four horsemen.
For Darksiders 3, a game it's been out for.
Oh yeah.
Slight spoilers, because this is literally just the basic synopsis.
Yeah.
You're playing during the time when War is imprisoned by the Charred Council.
He went to jail.
And Fury's just sitting there going like, "Man, you're a fucking moron. How could you start Armageddon when when things weren't there?" This is before it was revealed that the Charred Council intentionally set off Armageddon.
Yeah.
Man, what?
Oh,
man,
did
what
I
evil
say
teeth
that?
he has.
So one of the as time goes on, you're going through this whole thing, and Fury's just like, "Hey, can I do something to lessen my brother's sentence?" And the Charter Council's like, "We want you to go to Earth and kill the 7 deadly sins."
Huh.
Okay.
Shenanigans ensue.
Now this is taking place along. I think this takes place after. Yeah, this takes place after Darksiders 2.
Yeah. Isn't it like the canonically like 2, then 3, then 1?
It's canonically 1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay, yeah.
Because the prologue to Darksiders 1 kicks off the entire story.
Yeah.
And then the actual game itself sets up the end. What the other games are is showing you what are the horsemen doing during this time.
Yeah.
Death goes and tries to fight off corruption, finds out, oh hey, look, it's actually someone from my race, a Nephilim.
Yep.
And he's also trying to just murder everything because all the Nephilim are dead, save for, him and then, the horsemen. Well, I can't have that, so I killed corruption. And then sacrifices himself to bring back the kingdom of man. Or no, he sacrifices the Nephilim to bring back the kingdom of man, which is why there are humans in Darksiders 3.
Yep.
And then sacrifices himself to bring back the Nephilim. Because the Well of Souls, is just like, alright, fucking, I guess that works.
What type of Yu-Gi-Oh! Chain Summon DS is this?
Oh no, it gets even better. Because it's directly stated at the end of Darksiders 2 in the epilogue that there will always be death when the horsemen are called.
Yeah.
So he sacrifices himself knowing that eventually that 7th seal is going to break.
But he came back.
And when War broke the 7th seal to summon the horsemen so they can actually fight the Charred Council and, you know, this time just like, oh yeah, no, we're bringing about Armageddon. But you know what? We're breaking the law. Death just wakes the fuck up and goes, I need a weapon.
Real shit.
Where is my super soup?
Fun fact, we never actually get to see Death's face. And no, that skull thing is not his face, that is a mask.
Yep. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the 4th one supposed to be like the co-op player one?
The 4th one, the final game was originally going to be Genesis. But they realized that having it being so fundamentally different, because every other game had that action platformer, you know, beat 'em up type of thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's a top-down twin stick fighter. It's like, yeah, I'm not right about this one.
This ain't it, Chief.
Just make that a side thing.
So instead they made it a prologue of why War respects Strife.
Got it.
Strife being the 4th one.
Yeah.
What ends up happening in that one is everyone's now just sitting there going like, well, what's the point? Why do anything now? The reason why this is a depressing topic, why Darksiders is such a depressing topic for me, is because we're not going to get the final 2 games. Unless, by some miracle, THQ Nordic finally decides, you know what, we should actually make them. The final, because the second to final game was going to be Strife, so we can actually see what Strife is doing and how he got a fucking human as a wife.
Yeah.
That's a
can of worms.
Not a can of worms. Not a can of worms. It was actually very imperative to Fury's character development.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here like. So you just dropped this bombshell and we're not just gonna explain that.
My job here is done. You didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. Get back here.
No, Strife being revealed in the 3rd game, us actually seeing what he looks like, was a very big thing, considering in the background of all of the Darksiders games, it is implied that Strife is running around setting up the fight against the Charred Council. Darius, the reason why you have that gun in Darksiders 2, that is Strife's gun that he left with the makers to give to Death, to help him out on his journey. It is also the sister gun to the one that War was using in Darksiders 1. Fury is the only one to not get a gun, as far as I remember. But that's because Strife has just been with her the whole time. The 4th game, honestly, it's supposed to be that you play as Strife. Everyone's just suddenly silent, so I'm going to assume either Discord
I'm listening.
died. All right, cool.
No, I'm listening. Like, I'm just sitting here like...
You get to play as... So the 4th game is supposed to be you playing as Strife, and gets... and, you know, just sets up his whole story about what's going on. Well, before War breaks the seventh seal, before the events of the second of the main part of Darksiders 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or War doesn't oopsie.
No, before War beats Abaddon. But the problem is that considering the fact that Strife is a gunslinger, I think you can see where the problem may lie.
Yo, FPS, let's go.
I think my biggest concern, like, because I think it would have been a great game had they like done the whole 4-player co-op story thing.
That is still on the table and was going to be considered the final game of the franchise.
I would love that. That sounds amazing.
So
I just
nice.
don't know how you would do that with. I don't know how they would do that, like, with all their game styles. Because, like, what is it just going to end up like 3, but with?
I think what's going to happen is, depending on whatever 4 may be, if we ever get it, I severely doubt it. The franchise is dead at this point.
Yeah,
3 did not sell well,
I'm not surprised.
and I'm very upset about that. But the whole thing about it, of this whole debacle, is or the whole theory of what's going to happen with Darksiders, the final Darksiders game, if we ever do get it, is it's going to be a combination of all, like, the best things about each game. So the simplicity of Darksiders 1, the equipment swapping around of Darksiders 2, and, like, the level up system of Darksiders 3. So the Dark Souls-esque stuff, because as much as people have called it weird, it was actually a pretty fun mechanic. And then whatever the mechanic of Darksiders 4 is going to be. And then each of the characters have their own separate, like, fighting styles and, play styles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And probably, like, sub-styles as well. And then we finally get to kick the Charred Council's ass.
Finally.
Good, we can finally pay them back.
We can jump them. Gang shit.
Indeed.
I
Stop.
had a lot of fun with playing Darksiders, but that has also reminded me of another game series that I can't say series. It was a one game, but, like, they had many correlating games, if that makes sense. But have any of you played, like, Castle Crashers?
Yes.
Yes.
Somehow that was a, like, very perfect game, and perfect in the sense of, like, it did everything it was intending to do, to be fun, stupid, still have a story, regularly no fucking actual issues with the game.
If it didn't come out already, it is getting a DLC.
Yes,
The custom DLCs, which I know Rivet's going to have either an aneurysm or a blast with.
It will be glorious.
I can't remember what that was gonna be.
Custom characters.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that's custom characters. I just can't remember if it was out yet.
They also redone all of the artwork. I think the redone of the artwork is out already.
Is that the painter boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out. Is it a free DLC? No. It's not out yet. It released. No, it is out. Maybe. Is it? Okay, no. It's planned to be released this year.
Yeah.
Legends Unclear, Rock Stuck in Toaster.
I look forward to that. That's gonna be fun.
It will be very good.
I need to start playing again just so I can unlock the characters. Because if we're going to do a fucking playthrough, I need to be my main.
I don't even remember who my main was. I think I ended up maxing out Orange on my Xbox.
Oh, we lost someone.
Scarlet.
Scarlet has been co-signed to the void again.
I initially mained Orange Knight and then Purple Knight for a bit. But no, my main's Necromancer.
Understandable.
Even though the most overpowered character you could play as is the Factory Knight.
Is it?
Who cares?
Those saw blades rip through everything.
Oh.
Counter argument.
Thunder.
Best possible characters. The best possible character doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, no.
But also, smiting someone with the force of God is hilarious.
Fuck them up. However you feel like, you know?
Be
You
there.
could come out and beat them with
sometimes-
rainbows if you feel it.
Sometimes I'm in a lightning mood.
Pink Knight.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
Oh yeah, you're a Red Knight player.
Lightning bolt!
Pink Knight's so weird to me because isn't Pink Knight the... Spoiler, I guess.
Canonically female.
Yes.
Yeah, is she not just the last princess?
No.
I don't know why I had that theory in my head for the longest time. She is just
It
the
was a theory for a bit, but no, that is not the case.
Okay, cool.
She is not she's not any of the princesses.
Okay, thank God.
I don't even think she's considered a princess either. She's just there.
Okay.
But no, it's like all the other characters, like, we don't really have a confirmed gender on every character, save for, the blacksmith and all the unlockable characters.
Yeah.
But of the main four, we don't know. Pink Knight is the only one, she's a DLC though, that we know for a fact is female.
Yeah.
Reason
Indeed.
for this is because the rainbows are supposed to be representing the fact that she's a lesbian.
Yep.
Alright, so.
So.
Hey, hear me out. Lightning bolts are really funny.
Thoughts on the
But
Fable
also
series?
Fabled?
Fable's a great
Fable
series.
1, Fable 1's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It was so peak.
That's
I watched a playthrough of Fable 1, and the guys immediately like, this is the best armor in the game, but we're swapping the head out. We're swapping the helmet out for the chicken hat.
Yes.
No, that is Scott's
and my
favorite
character's
series.
93 years old by the end of the game.
Oh yeah. No, that's Scott's like favorite series of all time. Weren't they coming out with a new one?
Were they?
I could have sworn there was one coming out.
Checking it.
Hamburger, bacon mac whopper.
Yeah. Fable, a new beginning for the legendary franchise.
Yep.
Release date to be announced.
Dumpy shit. I almost got excited and then I remembered
Damn.
guard.
I mean, based on everything I've seen, it looks true to the course, par for the course.
I can't base. I'm sorry. I've been burned too many times.
Oh, I don't even blame you.
I refuse to be blindsided twice.
They only have Fable 1 on Steam.
Fable 1's, yeah, but honestly,
Do you
oh
need
no,
the rest
the
of
best
them?
one. Honestly, Fable 2 was actually okay, but Fable 1 is just, it holds a special place in my heart.
You can get Fable 2 off the Xbox Game Store.
You can get all three of them.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
don't want Xbox.
And to be honest, Fable 2 was fun because, well, not fun. Fable 2 was well known in the franchise because they put Master Chief in the Isekai.
Master Chief is in the fantasy game.
Oh, right, the Surge.
I still
The
have,
guys-
honestly, I beat that game twice. I still have no idea what the fuck was going on.
What's
AI
Pillars?
Uprising
Jesus
Surge 2 post Surge 2 actually showed it a bit more.
Oh,
Damn.
thank God.
Amber, I keep seeing this comment, but we get distracted on other topics. What is Pillars of Eternity? I have not
Pillars of
heard.
Eternity?
So it's a like top-down RPG style game made by Obsidian.
Isometric, yeah.
It's what's the closest game I can relate it to?
RuneScape.
Kinda.
Or, no, wait, no, fuck, what was it?
Divinity.
Diablo.
It's kind of like
Diablo?
Divinity / Diablo-ish. Can't
Okay.
Yeah,
Pillars of
it
Eternity was weird.
reminded me a lot of Diablo.
Yeah, it has a lot of
Don't
Diablo
ask why
vibes.
someone with Texan.
If you want to play the third one and the
Oh.
thing for it, Avowed is pretty good.
Avowed. Oh, that game.
Yep. It's
Silk
the
Song?
third one.
The fuck is Silk Song? Minecraft.
Hollow Knight 2.
Hollow Knight 2,
Oh.
it still hasn't come out yet. Team
5
Cherry!
years later. Bad.
Team
I still
Cherry!
have not
Where
played
is it?
Hollow Knight. I've watched people play Hollow Knight. I've not played it.
You haven't lived till you've gone through the path of pain. If I've suffered, everyone must suffer.
I haven't played Hollow Knight. I've never touched Hollow Knight, but I have touched the Hollow Knight crossover with Dead Cells.
That's a good game. Dead Cells is good.
One of my favorite roguelikes.
The only problem with roguelites is it doesn't matter. The only problem with roguelites is one thing. Man, I wish there was more.
I mean, I beat the giant. I beat the giant with a fucking fan.
I
There's
have
like. Go ahead.
You get the perfect thing. You've perfectly sculpted this build throughout the course of the run, and it's over.
See, I have like 2 roguelikes that I'm like, these are the best roguelikes I've ever played. I fucking love them to death. And that's, if you've ever heard of it, the game Bastion. Mainly because Bastion's
God, yes.
storytelling is so fucking good.
Bastion will always have a special place in my heart.
But Bastion and then fuck, I gotta find the name of it again. But
Transistor.
no, not Transistor. I do have Transistor. That one pretty fucking good.
Fire?
But you basically work a shop.
No.
And every time you go down into the dungeon, you're collecting stuff to sell at your shop.
Shopkeep?
I don't think it's
No.
called Shopkeep.
No, what is it? Moon something. Moon.
Okay, it's not just me. I thought it was Moon too.
I want to say like Project Moon.
Moonlighter. There it is. Yeah, I love the shit out of Moonlighter.
My brain was basically piecing together. I'm sorry, my brain was piecing together words. I was like, moon something. Goddamn Moon Knight, not you.
Where the
Moonlighter.
fuck is my money?
I'm not
was
Dracula. Go
Atomic
get some-
Hearts, the spiritual successor of BioShock. I've not heard of that. I think.
Russian
Atomic
robot
Hearts.
one.
Oh no!
Hold up.
It is literally the spiritual successor to Bioshock.
And
It's-
Wolfenstein.
And Wolfenstein.
Mostly Bioshock.
But you want to know the premise of Iron Hearts?
Sure. Atomic Hearts?
Russian robots want to have sex with humans but are not allowed to due to their programming.
They want to be
Yeah.
gooners like us. Let them in.
No.
So
They must suffer as we have.
Their one response is to kill shit.
Down.
Relatable. I mean, not to me.
Oh man,
They got cucked, and so they have to get revenge.
If you actually look up like the Ironheart twins, once you see them, you'll probably know exactly what they're exactly the game.
Ironheart Twins
Yeah.
on Steam
yeah.
or just PC?
No. Just look it up. They're two characters in Ironheart.
Atomic Hearts.
Oh, Atomic Hearts. Yeah, Iron Hearts.
Okay, hold up.
No, Iron Hearts is a completely different game.
How do you think Iron Hearts even?
It's a thing. It's worth a Google.
Ironheart
There's
Twins.
Ironheart.
Damn, they thick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I understand.
They pull a fucking T1000.
Oh.
You want to know the best part?
Up.
You bet friend went by putting a sex doll head on them.
Worthy.
So you literally have just this thing, and she's just sitting there going like, "Hey, thanks. I can actually talk now that I have a mouth." And the mouth is just in the permanent blowjob face.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
We're not talking about the vending machine.
God.
Sounds amazing. Chaotic,
You'll-
but amazing.
I will never talk about the vending machine. You have to see it yourself.
Minecraft, I understand it now. No, Man, there's so many good games. Why are they becoming shit now?
Because
Atomic Heart, a part of the
because they shove it through the pipeline without actually making games fun. If you do everything for profit, eventually it's not going to basically be, good.
Atomic Heart, a part of Run and Gun Fair, along with Atomic Crops, which is a pretty fun farming shooter game.
Yeah.
Dead Island 2, Tian Ding, and Squirrel with a Gun.
I want to get Squirrel with a Gun so bad.
My brain's recalling a game that was just incredibly mid, but also part of my brain is censoring it out. Weird.
Who knows?
Crap. What is that game called? It was incredibly mid, and I forgot about it. Dang it.
I don't. So I'm also getting reminded of like games that are like no longer that were good but were shut down. Now I've got two big ones. One that was kind of like it was kind of like Fortnite meets Call of Duty in a sense, but it was called Ring of Elysium. I don't know if any of you played that for a while, but
I've not heard of it.
$19.
I remembered the
Fortnite
game.
card.
what was the game?
Dauntless.
Gauntlet? You mean the Monster Hunter clone? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
oh no, it's a Monster Hunter clone.
Not a bad thing.
So-
No. It was
so
just
it's
that what
basic-
people were saying a lot about it.
Yeah, I know. But honestly, please note, Monster Hunter was a very niche game, and there's only like 3 games off the top of my head that does it. There's God Eater, Monster Hunter proper, and Dauntless, which, given the fact that Dauntless is the only Western one they made, unfortunately, the
Dauntless
devs
is
murdered that
also-
game.
Dauntless is also defunct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The devs murdered that game because realistically, you wiped everyone's progress and made it pay to win.
Like,
Oh
that's
no.
that's the one thing I actually tell people. Like, oh, I want health bars in Monster Hunter. It's like, go play Dauntless then.
Yeah.
They can't.
I want Evolve to come back.
The
Oh
fall?
god, I want Evolve back.
Oh,
Please, Turtle
Evolve.
Rock.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
just make Evolve Stage 2 available to everyone, and just make it peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
No, there was a...
Because it's doing it right now for people who already own the game.
No, the servers have been
Shut down again.
shut down again.
Yeah, I know. Just come on.
No, there was another like Fortnite-like game that was basically Fortnite but with magic gauntlets. And it was called
Spellbreak.
Spellbreak. Me and Zach were like there
God,
day
why do I
one when
remember
that came
that?
out. Cause it was so good a concept. Cause instead of just
Honestly,
hey yeah, you just have
honestly,
cool gun combos,
that was
it's
the
like
only Fortnite game I actually played because
right?
the combinations you can do in that game is fucking sick.
Oh my god, poison with fire just makes massive fucking explosions.
Wind and fire.
Fire tornadoes. No,
Screw you and the cover you're hiding behind.
See, I did ice and lightning because I'm gonna electrocute this slick area you're sliding in right now. Fuck you. Nah, it was such a good game and a good concept. I was so sad when they closed that down. There's so many good games that just unnecessarily get shut down.
That's the problem with being a Fortnite-esque game.
Yeah.
You're either Apex Legends or you're one of the ones in a rubble heap.
Yep. What other?
I really hate the fact that it's impossible to get a hold of Evolve Stage 2.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact is, you can still Evolve 1 you can still play.
But not two.
Because they had a PvE element to it.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I still own it.
The console version of Evolved is peer-to-peer.
Yep.
Stage 2, you never actually like the problem is that Evolve on like console has access to Stage 2 content. You just can't use it yourself.
Yep. The biggest problem with Stage 2 was the fact that they did all this stuff to basically try to make Stage 2 like really, really just different from the base thing by making it faster. It just lost its identity. Honestly, I kind of miss the olden days. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I actually missed the old days of Old Evolve, back when it was straight up just a hunting game.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of the fact the monster was weak as shit at the start, and literally the hunters were strong, and it slowly skews more towards the monster as the game goes on.
See, the whole like thought line of it, like wanting to go back, reminds me of like how I first found Fortnite, because I get on a lot of betas for stuff. I was on the Fortnite Save the World beta. Like, that shit was the only reason I ever touched Fortnite. And then they took it away for the Battle Royale, and I was like, you motherfuckers. Like,
also, by the way, I was justifiably pissed at that, because back when it was Fortnite Save the World, I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's cool, Epic Games, you can do that, I don't mind. And then it was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna kill off this MOBA we were making. It's actually doing relatively well.
dude, no.
And then it got killed off for Fortnite. I'm just sitting there like, you sons of bitches.
There's a lot of games that I'm just like, why would you stop making this? You had chance to have really good shit going.
Paragon was a bit rough around the edges. It had its problems. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but it was a good game.
It's
in its old state. Yeah, I know it's back. But the fact is, it was a good game in its old state. And Epic was like, nah, not lucrative enough, yeet.
Oh my god, no, that's another triggery thing, like, because similar to that, they brought back Save the World on Fortnite. I'm like, dude, you brought it back 5+ years later. No one's hopping on this shit.
It's old.
Like, it was good then. It was good that you could have built on it and everything, but you abandoned it and then brought it back because 5 years of people complaining about it and not wanting to touch Fortnite. Like, of course no one's gonna hop back to it.
And now it's a fucking game platform like Roblox is at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, don't get me started on one thing specifically. I'm sorry, Epic Games, back when you were a publisher and not basically like a whole place with their storefront with a very, very, very quick to kill a new game's hype. The millisecond they see their logo, half a community goes like, "Aww."
Yeah, EA kind of choked themselves out there.
Wait,
You guys been hearing about the Warpath?
EA, you mean Blizzard?
All of them.
The fact they've been merged together. They've merged together into some type of chimeric fusion and became worse.
What were you saying, Frost?
You guys hear about the absolute warpath that fucking Steam is going on right now in the gaming community?
I actually
What's
haven't.
Steam doing?
What's it doing?
So you know on how like you heard about how EA in between like matches wants you to watch 30 seconds worth of ads?
Oh
my
god,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. You could thank Steam on why EA is never allowed to do that.
Yep.
Based.
Because Steam straight up sat there and was just like, if you're going to force them to watch ads, you're not allowed to. If any company wants to force gamers to watch ads, they are not allowed to sell on Steam.
Proud of them
And
for that.
Based.
they straight up just said, like, we will delist every single game from this publisher, and EA shat themselves.
You see? And people try to say, oh, but Steam's a monopoly. It can't basically do that. Yeah, and it stops
They're
people
not a
from doing
monopoly
that
because
shit.
they're wanting to be. They're a monopoly because everyone else is shooting themselves in the fucking foot.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I'm sorry. Look at the Epic Game Store. That shit. Also, by the way, sorry for people who basically like Epic Game Store. That shit is so
I know.
predatory to people who actually sell on that.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I like even use the Epic launcher is because of the free games it gives every month, and that is literally it.
Yeah, but
Just
also,
to touch those free games out of principle.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
launch
by
them.
the way,
I just like to bolster my numbers.
Here's the stupid crux about those free games that they give you. Because yes, a publisher will get a decent chunk of money instantaneously by signing up for the Epic Game Store, but literally it's the fact of, oh no, but your game's literally stuck in the Epic Game Store for like a year and some change. So those sales you get, and because a lot of people don't like the Epic Game Store, by the time your game is freed up and it can go on like other platforms or Steam, it's just not gonna sell.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to be mean. It's just business. No one's gonna buy a product that has been old and they weren't gonna play it because it was on the Epic Game Store, but they're not gonna play it when it's off the Epic Game Store because it's old,
Yep.
even if it was good. So the best you can do is like during a Steam summer sale,
Put your
you're
shit
gonna
out
get
there.
some people to pick it up,
Yeah.
or you're gonna be Dragon Age of Veilguard and be 50% off on the sale, and still not get bought. That is so tragic. Again, I like
It
Dragon
is.
Age.
Yeah.
Veilguard was not a Dragon Age game. Inquisition was more of a Dragon Age game than Veilguard.
That's painful to think about.
I say this as a fan. People will think I'm being a hater. No, I'm saying this from the perspective of a fan. How'd you fucked up this bad?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. No, you're good. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of end the stream a little early, just because food hidden, itis hidden, and we're gonna save the next round of smash or pass for next time. But thanks for everyone who's come out to chill. Let's go ahead, and we all know who I'm raiding today because I raid my same favorite twins ever.
They're playing Repo. Jump scare them.
Are they?
No, wait. No, they're not.
Oh, they're playing Phasmo.
Oh, it's Phasmophobia. They're getting
So,
jump scared the other way. Get them.
Come along. We're gonna give them some love, some attention, and all that good jazz. Again?
And remember.
Yep.
Have fun.
Fuck the red team.
Fuck the red team.
Why would I want to fuck them? That's weird. They're the end.
No, beat them down. No, beat them up and take their lunch money. Fuck them
Ah,
up.
got it. Fuck them up. There we go. Yeah. See y'all next time. Bye for now.